Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Denver Broncos. The Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Brown now throwing on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Takes it to about the 37. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is a thing? And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Broncos. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. Throwing to start the drive. Brown eluding the pressure right. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Back to throw. Brown looking deep for Jennings. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Second down, and it's Kamara again. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Looking to throw. Brown escaping the pressure right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. Throwing to start the drive. Brown forced out to his left. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, but it's going to be second down. You talk about this Miami defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Dancing to his left. Now he's into the clear again. Brown with his stick skills. And finally taken down at the 15. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now Brown on first down, being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
He's led his guys up and down the field in this first half. 3 touchdown passes and another touchdown on the ground the last time they had it, as he'll start here first and 10. Brown on first and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A big play there on his his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And coming out now, the Broncos. Here's Brown, throwing on first down, flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Brown now, off the play fake. Flush to his right. Looking deep for Jennings. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off play action. Brown eluding the pressure right. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns in the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention in coverage moving forward.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. Throwing to start the drive. Brown escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for Jennings. And that is incomplete.
Early on the road.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Brown, flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to... And that's caught inside the 35. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game. And quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Cook. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Now Brown throwing to start the drive. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't a...
So the Broncos coming out now. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. Brown, off play action. He'll buy some time right. And they can't bring him down. He's still on his feet. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Alvin Kamara, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time, because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. Flush to his right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he's been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Here's Brown on first down. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Cook up the gut. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On second down, it's Cook again.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Broncos are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead.
Yeah, this is pretty similar to the Wildcat plays that were bouncing around the league circa 2008 or so. The idea here, just snap it right to the guy you want to run with it. In theory, you're getting yourself an extra blocker. And here, that Wildcat runner is your quarterback. And he takes it into the end zone.
The Broncos about set to go on offense.
Brown now. Off the play fake. Looking left side, and it's complete.
Look at the big fella go.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
I think you're...
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Broncos, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12.
Penitentiary teachers, we selling slavery sentences. My Twitter be never mentioned these feeding our children these, but in the mentions with rappers ain't worth a mention. These getting attention for selling ignorant. I believe in black and I can see the rap. And I believe in cap and I agree with cap. I believe in rap. I believe that I'm that.
Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. You never mind. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me, mine. Keep with a real. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a deal. Made a name for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop so my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. HRE wanna drive with the top down. Get me on stage, I'll rock out every day.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Denver Broncos.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Arizona Cardinals. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. First down, Brown. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Broncos are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
There he goes, right side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos have moved out in front. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've got... Now Brown on 1st and 10. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. Brown throwing on 1st down. As they've got it as we resume action.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Looking deep for Jennings. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step up. And Denver getting set to take the field. On 1st and 10, Brown.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Brown escaping the pressure. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos add 6 to their lead.
Defensively by now,
You know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Denver's offense now set to go. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Looking deep for Jennings. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. Here's Brown. Off play action. Flushed out right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Brown. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Looking to throw. Brown.
He's got his target. That's complete. He's got the 1st down and more.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They run it again with Kamara. Fighting through it. He's got space.
Still on his feet. He may go. Alvin Kamara.
And all the way home for a Bronco score.
Alvin Kamara
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this 1st half.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero.
And we get another look now at this Broncos offense.
Brown now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun. Brown eluding the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Brown. Throwing right, and that's complete. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake. Brown escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Looking to throw. Brown buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos have got it on cruise control. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope.
He's had quite the game running the football. Last time he finished in the end zone. Now Brown throwing to start the drive. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Broncos. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things?
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Marvin Mims, 75 yards. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Brown on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Back to throw. Brown forced out to his left.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos extend their lead yet again.
And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he?
He had another touchdown run the last time they had it, his fourth of the game.
Here's Brown throwing on first down. He's down the numbers. There he goes.
Down to the 10. Touchdown, Broncos. Marvin Mims
with career touchdown number 70.
And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands-on hits, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Brown now to throw on second down. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Looking to throw. Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Flush to his right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Brown.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Off play action. Brown eluding the pressure right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Operating from the gun, Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Marvin Mims with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Broncos have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do.
And coming out now, the Broncos. Now Brown on first down. Dancing to his left.
He'll air this one out from Mims. Touchdown! Marvin Mims, 81 yards. And the Broncos extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So the Broncos coming out now. Brown throwing to start the drive.
He'll air this one out from Mims. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Brown. That's caught out right by Jennings. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Avoids him at the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Brown with his stick skills. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. Sliding out of the pocket.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Brown on the move to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that.
Now this Broncos offensive unit. To head back out onto the field. Here's Brown off the play fake. Brown with his stick skills.
Gets past one man, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Operating from the gun, Brown. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Brown now on 1st and 10. And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Denver, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Now Brown throwing to start the drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Off play action. Brown being chased out left. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Brown throwing on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Brown. And he comes back with one complete. 3rd down and 1. Back to throw. Brown. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
He looked good on their opening drive. Remember, he capped it off with that nice touchdown run to get him on the board. Now we'll see what they can do here. Drive number 2 as they start out 1st and 10.
Here's Brown throwing to start the drive.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it and when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you can...
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown.
To throw from his end zone. Brown looking deep for Jennings. And got his man complete.
Now inside the 25.
Touchdown Broncos. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more.
Kamara up the middle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Brown. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's already...
Throwing to start the drive. Brown.
That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Well, he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Back to throw. Brown. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Dalvin Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
The Broncos are about set to go on offense.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And a good burst there. Gets him 7 up to midfield.
2nd down and 3.
Off the play fake. Brown rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down to the 35.
Mims in motion right.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Looking to throw. Brown steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Their mobile, agile quarterback, 28 yards.
And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for.
He got the job done on the ground on their previous drive with a touchdown run. And he'll start a new.
Brown now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now Brown on 1st and 10. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
There he goes again.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Broncos just continue to roll.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Brown, off play action.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game. but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Oh, nice move. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
12 more yards there and another first down. Back to throw. Brown. Flushed out right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Operating from the gun. Brown. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Broncos are pouring it on.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now.
Denver's offense now set to go.
Here's Brown, throwing to start the drive.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara.
It got his man, complete. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Broncos have got it on cruise control.
Normally, this is a surprise. A quarterback scoring on a long run and not getting chased down by the defense. But the athleticism and speed of the quarterback position gets better every year.
Remember, he got loose on the previous drive, capped it off with a nice touch.
Throwing to start the drive. Brown firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial, man. Thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And he goes out right around the 39. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That is caught. He's got room at the 30. Down the right sideline.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Marvin Mims.
61 yards.
And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they're going to speed things up here. Brown now looking to throw on second down. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Now Brown throwing on first down. And a quick throw here. That's... He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6. Across the 30 to the 31. Brown off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Off play action. Brown.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Brown forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 17 yards out.
And the Broncos stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
A quarterback is not supposed to be able to do this. He's not supposed to be able to take the ball to run like that and not get run down by the defense before scoring.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They start the drive with Cook.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 21.
The offense on third down, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Cook will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Cook will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. And Denver getting set to take the field. Here's Brown throwing to start the drive. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front. And it's incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Off the play fake. Brown. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Brown now on first down. That's caught. It's Coleman. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Denver's offense now set to go. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. He'll air this one out for Mims. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game. But it falls down to the ground, incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off play action. Brown. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now Brown on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw. Brown. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Brown. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Brown with his stick skills. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Brown eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over, you bragging ignorance, you lack the vision. I'm sacrilegious, I feel my raptors, you have offended my clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation means opportunity, no? Being great has ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What do you think? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one won't stop to the most uneven. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm leading to show them everything that I believe in. I ain't here to fight, Phil. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the evening. No umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you more my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a moment? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great is ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me with the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm a god.
Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers.
Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims with career touchdown number 75. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's off to a hot start, completing his lone throw for the long touchdown pass on that last drive. And they'll try again here with a first down. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. A beautiful fake. A huge play there for Denver. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 1. And he fires one incomplete. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never...
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Brown throwing to start the drive.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Brown on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And running with power here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Brown now throwing on 1st down.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Marvin Mims.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Brown. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught at the 25. A huge play there for Denver. 56 yards. Now Brown on 1st down. He's got it. Touchdown. From 19 yards away.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field.
Throwing to start the drive. Brown
Quickly into the hands of Mims. Now he's loose again. Inside the 20.
Touchdown Broncos.
Marvin Mims
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflate.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's been...
Throwing to start the drive. Brown flushed out right.
And this is caught. Jennings. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. Brown with his stick skills, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Brown to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. Rolling to his right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. Throwing to start the drive. Brown escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Brown to throw on 2nd down. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the 2nd half?
Just continue to play smart football, because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll air this one out for Mims. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Broncos. Marvin Mims. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Broncos extend their lead yet again. This offense, they were dynamic. And coming out now, the Broncos. Here's Brown on 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Pushing through the contact. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Brown flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Brown firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown!
Colby Parkinson
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos just continue to roll.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next play. They go play action here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Colby Parkinson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's it.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
Brown now. Off play action. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jordan. That one a first down pickup of 8. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake. Brown. This is Coleman with a grab. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now Brown on 3rd and 2, being chased out left. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tyler Lockett, 46 yards. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. Brown off the play fake. Flush to his right. He's got a man. Complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tyler Lockett with a milestone career touchdown number 100. So the Broncos coming out now. Play action. Brown. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
They'll roll him out right. It's complete to Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Alvin Kamara
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Broncos are on their way to a sensation. Set to take over. The Broncos offense trots back out.
Here's Brown throwing on 1st down.
Oh, he'll look downfield for...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally because... Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.